Hi there, Claire. Alright, so thanks for agreeing to do this interview with me. So this interview is for me to really talk with you and learn more about your time studying abroad. So my first question to you is what motivated you to actually go on a transfer to Australia to enter and study at Macquarie University in Australia as a Korean national?
Yeah. I was young, like 18, 19, so I wanted to try something new and like expanding my understanding of world, because like Korea has like unique culture, only one race in one country, so I had no chance to meet like different kind of people and like communicate with those type of people. So, and when I was young, like 12, 13, my mom sent me to the States for like summer school, and then I had like really good memory about that. So like I really wanted to study abroad after I graduate high school.
So what was your experience actually like studying abroad? Were there any things that you really enjoyed, or you really could not have gotten or learned if you had stayed in Korea instead of choosing to study abroad in Australia?
Ah, you mean like impressive memory in Australia,
Exactly,
right?
yeah. The impressive memories that you had that you could not have had otherwise if you had chosen to stay in Korea rather than choosing to study abroad. And anything that you might have learned along the way.
The one thing, I mean like quite big shock to me in the Australia was there is no stupid question in Australia class, because like as an Asian, you know, like in the class, like back in Korea, I was really hesitated before I ask question, like am I on the right track, or like teacher maybe get angry if I couldn't like fully understand before I asked the question. But in Australia, there was no such thing. Like always compliment about my question, like good question, like even though it was stupid question, you know, like. So like people, teacher and student was like open-minded, like really communicated, because in Korea we don't have like tutorial class. We only have lecture. Like secondary school, like high school, university, we don't have tutorial. So like two-way communication class was really impressive.
Is there anything in particular that you wish would have been different about your time studying abroad? Anything that you would have liked to see be different, or any change in particular?
You mean like my thing?
Yeah, because you studied in Macquarie University for 2 years, right? Was there anything in those 2 years that you really wish was different, would have been different? Anything that you feel like you missed out on, something missing in that experience that you would have liked if it was there?
I think I was too being Asian, you know. I tried not to be so Asian, but I was Asian, you know. So I couldn't dare to ask stupid question like Australian. I tried my best to ask something and try to go like consultation, but I was not used to that kind of thing, so and I couldn't really do something not related to study, like you know, like swimming, like activity, you know, like extracurriculum, like volunteering, something like that. I was too focused on study, like because I spent too much money on that, like school fee and like living costs. So I thought like, oh, like my first purpose is studying, and I had no time to do other things like mingle with people, socializing, and do activities, something like that. So if I can go back to that time, I would try something else beside the study.
Okay. Do you think that because you have had like the opportunity to study abroad, do you think that for those people who don't necessarily have that opportunity to study abroad, who only have the option of perhaps transferring or perhaps doing an exchange for a semester or two, do you think that it's important for them to actually do that exchange or do that transfer?
Yeah. If if the person have never experienced something like transfer or exchange, that would be really, that can be a like turning point of their life. Like me, like my mom just randomly sent me the States, but I had really good memory in there. So I had my goal to study abroad, something like that. So who knows, that could be bad memory and good memory. So before you try something new, you don't know.
What do you think is so important about exchange experiences?
I mean, like, you can try something new in your own country, right? Like, go to different states can be also different kind of experience. But these days, like, globalism run, like, you cannot just be isolated in your own country to, like, be a, like, global citizen. Who knows, like, you can work in different country after you graduate in, like, somewhere university. Like, you just really love your country, so you decided not to go exchange, and then you graduated in Malaysia, and then you have opportunity to go like Korea, find a job. Then maybe at that time you will be scared because you don't have any experience. That could be different. So
Okay.
you could be like open-minded.
And one final question: if you were to talk to someone and to convince them to go on an exchange, how would you convince them? What would you say to that person?
If you have confidence and if you want to try something new before you get old, and if you are not going to stuck in your country like forever, entire life, then try to go outside when you're young. When you get old, there will be something more things to consider before you go out. But in like 20 something, you don't need to think too much and just try.
Okay. Thank you, Claire.
Thank you.